All right, welcome to day 18 of Minecraft Survival. Today, I think I'm going to stick around the house and continue to work on some things like I was yesterday. Yesterday, we made it through essentially this main room here. I'm feeling pretty good about this. There's still some things I'm going to do here and there. I think that I'm probably still going to want to do some stuff on the floor because the floor is kind of bare, so maybe we'll do some carpet in some places, or maybe even end up with more spaces like this, depending on if I decide that I want to use maybe this space or something for a whole nother functional area. I don't know. We'll see. But I feel like I need to get started with the second floor because yesterday, my original plan, the episode started with me saying that we were going to go and get villagers and bring them over here from the village. But then I got working on the house and realized that I should probably start getting the second floor ready to go before I bring the villagers over here, because that's where I'm thinking I'm going to put them right now. They'll be up on the second floor, so I need to at least start that process so I have a place to put them. But as I was looking at the portal just it felt way too tall, and it felt like it was going to get in the way of the second floor. So this, let me see real fast. Also, by the way, did you see how fast this pick breaks that obsidian? That is amazing. I hadn't broken any obsidian with this pick yet. So if this was as high as the portal went, then that would be right below. I think that would be fine. And what I'm thinking though is I'm just going to lower it. Like I'll bring this entire thing down. So that means this section here is going to have to be a bit bigger. But I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want this to look, because the problem is if it was only this height, normally it would probably be okay, but as I was saying yesterday, the idea that I'm having is that I would like to build out the second floor and then have it, let me see if I can get up there and give you a better representation of what I tried to describe yesterday. Until it's built, I feel like I can't give a great representation, but I think you'll know what I'm talking about. So if we had this section up here as the second floor, and the second floor will be wider than the first floor, wider and like in all directions. So the second floor will be bigger than the first, but then having it to where somewhere maybe around a little before the bed is just a hole in the floor, to where you can see down to the first floor, just like you would in like a super fancy hotel or something, where it's like it'll wrap all the way around, but then you've got that section in the middle where there's just a wall that keeps you from falling, but you can see the first floor. So I'm thinking something like that. If the portal's this tall though, I feel like that potentially could look weird, because it's going to be too close to where the hole is. So I'm almost thinking that I want it to go one further down. But again, that's also going to mean that it's got to go further into the ground. But let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. So let me break this, and it's got to be, okay, so 1, 2, 3. So no matter what, the space has got to be 3 tall. I obviously learned when I was trying to set up the portal in here many episodes ago. I tried to make it like a super weird shape, and then realized that you can't just make it whatever shape you want. It just it essentially still has to be a rectangle, or like a square, or rectangle type of thing, but it has to be at least the size that it was in the past, like the normal, what is it, I guess 3x2. So it's got to at least be that. We're gonna have to break these two. I can leave these ones on the sides, but if we go out, you know what? Probably first I should figure out how big I'm gonna want the portal, and then we can figure out where the stairs are gonna go now. And this is actually yes, this is probably gonna need to go for now. So let me take this out, and we'll possibly put these lanterns back down. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that yet. That may also change. We'll see. So let me pull this out. This is crazy that I can just hit these. I'm literally just clicking. Like, I'm not even holding it down. It's just a click, and it's gone. Incredible. So here's the thing. This is at least going to need to be, it's going to stay this wide, because it's got to be centered with the door. And then I think what we'll do, and I know there's the option of taking the portal out of here completely, but I kind of like having it in here, I feel like. So I think that I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep it in here. I don't know. I kind of like having it here. Kind of, then it's right with my chests and stuff, but I could eventually create like an actual portal room, potentially. So we've got 1, 2, so if that was, I guess really it could just, oops, there's that right click thing happening. I'm still considering I might just have to go get a new mouse because that weird thing. Wait, because then if this was, frick, I hate that that's happening. That's so annoying. So if this was here, that's big enough, right? Like that'll, hang on. Do I have, because that's going to be, that's 1, 2, 3. But let me see, where is, I'm pretty sure I've got flint and steel. What would I have done with it? Oh, you know, I probably put it with my tools. Here it is. Okay, so let me see if that allows it to be lit. It does. Okay, so that's basically just a square, so it's like a 3 by 3. I don't know about this. Okay, let's do this though. Let me fully commit. And let me make the floor surrounding it the way that it would look. And that'll give an idea of if I'm actually going to like it. And once I fully commit and build all this out, who knows? Maybe I'll hit a spot where I'll just be like, you know what? Even with it fully built out, it looks like trash. And then we won't do this. And maybe we'll end up just moving the portal out of here completely. I'm hoping that's not the case, though. Because I don't even know, if I move the portal out of here, I don't know what I want to do with this section anyway. I don't really know what I would want it to be. So then this would also have to disappear. So this will have to go further. Well, actually, that block might not. I don't know. Let's see. Because the way I had it before, and actually, let me get some of this stuff on my hotbar. I guess I don't really need my pick in my hotbar right now. I'll keep that here. I want to have some dirt. That way I can fix these mistakes. But then down here, this is where the quartz would be, because I want it to be like this row here needs to be aligned with the portal. I think is how we'll continue to do it, because that's how I had it before, was just this row, like same as how it is surrounding actually I am gonna need my pick. Same as it is surrounding the enchantment table and the brewing stand. It's just sort of level with those blocks, just like this. So if we do that, then I guess from there is what I'm going to have to decide how I want it to look. Like, am I going to want to do more slabs, like a slab up? Or should I just do a couple rows of stairs? Ooh, and this is going to have to change too. That'll probably that might end up being quartz. Okay, because then if we did something like, so if this was here, and then we did another row of stairs here, that's an option, but is that gonna be too much, is sort of the question in my mind. Let's give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. All right, hang on. I'm gonna get all this placed down. We'll see how it looks, and then we'll decide. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's what I think I'm actually going to do. I think, so after putting them, all the stairs down, just in those, I guess that ended up being like 2 rows of stairs, I ended up looking and going, okay, it actually, with it being that short, is actually what kind of makes it look weird, because what I was seeing was that it just coming out to here, then it's 1 block out from these, and it almost makes it look like you just made a mistake. I feel like maybe, so now I'm going to try here, going 2 blocks out from where these squares are on both sides, because then it almost kind of, in my mind, makes it seem like it's a little more intentional, I guess, instead of it just being 1 block like you kind of made a mistake. And the other thing I was noticing is the stairs then would end right here, meaning that you basically get to the bottom of the stairs and you're like walking in the portal already. So it kind of makes it's almost not functional, I guess. It's kind of like you walk down, boom, you're instantly in the portal, and you don't really like have any space to stand here. So we're gonna try it this way instead. So that would mean, actually, so I guess it would still be 2 rows. Yeah, well, okay, duh. So I didn't think about that. It's still gonna be 2 rows of stairs, because it's not like this goes any deeper. It's gonna be the same depth, but just now you've got a little bit of space to stand. So it's 2 blocks there. So let's give this a shot and see what it looks like. But what would this... So I got to decide what I want this to be. Do I want this to be quartz as well? I'm thinking probably the answer is yes. I don't think I want it to be mangrove. But let's just give this a quick gander, a quick shot, see what this looks like. Because if this is another thing, like I was saying yesterday, I feel like I need to see it. I can't visualize it super well. So if I had something like, yeah, I think that's going to be like a huge, it's going to be a no from me, I think. Because this feels like, yeah, that feels like that looks like trash pretty much. So let's do this. Do I have any? I don't have quartz blocks. Let me grab the quartz blocks. I've got plenty of quartz blocks now, though, after all those many trips to the nether, which I was not a fan of. But I got a lot of good stuff out of it. So if we do quartz blocks here instead, which is essentially what we did over here, because we put them like behind this water as quartz blocks. Oop, freezing. So let's give it a shot, see what this looks like, I guess. It might, I think my only concern, like I've said with a lot of stuff that I've done so far, my only concern is that it's going to look like too much quartz and it's going to be overbearing. And what if I had this though in the corner? No, definitely not. I'm not a fan of that. Let's switch it back to quartz. I like that you can look through in places so you don't have to take the stairs down. All right, so then we'll do the same thing over here. We'll make this quartz. And I just want to see how this is going to look. Because I definitely think this is going to look better than just having it like the stairs stop here. We've got one block. But now, of course, my question is this going to look like too much? Yeah, and it just feels like, I don't know. That feels like kind of feels like a lot of quartz. But then here would also need to be quartz slabs right here. So let me now put all this in, now that I've kind of made this decision to try this. Let me put all this in, and then we'll take a look at this. And who knows, even after all this, we might decide not to use it. But let's still give it a shot. So I'm having a really, really hard time deciding here. I don't know what it is. Like, it's not, I don't feel like it's just a battle with indecisiveness. I feel like I'm just really not sure if this even looks good. Like, I think my problem right now is when you look at it here, like, let's say that I had the actual stairs here, and I can go ahead and just slap those down. Let's say that, and I'd like to do like some sort of, I don't know, front porch type of thing or something, maybe. So when you're walking in, this is what it looks like. It just, for some reason, it looks weird. Like, it just looks like it's sinking into the ground, I guess. Like, once you're up to it, it doesn't look that bad. So when you're kind of like throughout the room, it's like boom, 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 we're doing work and stuff. It doesn't look that bad. But for some reason, I don't know what it is. It just looks strange to me, I guess. And so here's what I tried too, is I tried extending this out to see, like, maybe if I extend this out, like, will that add to the look at all? And I think that I hate this even more. Like, I don't think that I like that being there at all. So I'm going to take that out, and we don't even need quartz in that corner because you're never going to see it. So if I then switch this back to, because see, my thought process was, if this goes out to here, it aligns with the fact that the bottom of the stuff underneath this chest connects here too, so it could connect this way. But I just don't think I like that. And like I said, my main problem right now with this portal design is, I think, just how far into the ground it sinks. I think that might be my main problem. But again, when you're in here, I feel like it doesn't look that bad. Like, I kind of like the look of it, and it makes sense. It makes sense having like an area that you go down into to get into the portal. But like, even just from a functional standpoint, I guess, but I don't know, just from a looks standpoint, I bet from up above, like, once I have that second floor, it'll probably look fine. But then let me just make sure. So this is fixed. So that's back to this. This is back to this. So this I still feel good about. I feel good about this section in between these areas. And then this is the same exact thing, just slightly different, because you've got books here instead of the water on that side. You've got this dividing it. So then here is the main problem. And, oh, you know what? One thing, though, that could help with this, at least, like, because this is one of the things that's bothering me, is these corners. So what I could do, at least for the corners, is put a slab in there. I mean, I could do a full block, but that seems like a waste. So if I do a slab here, won't that fully... Yeah, so that does that fully blocks that. So just for that like fourth of a block there, it kind of covers that up, because I don't know, I just feel like the quartz there looks really really weird. So then looking at it this way, what if, you know what we could try too, is what if I even did something like this, like as sort of a progression. Oh wait, you can't put different slabs on top of each other, can you? That really sucks. I feel like that should be allowed, because it's going to take up the same amount of space anyway. So I don't understand why you can't put like a quartz slab on the bottom and mangrove slab on the top. Yeah, so I don't know. There's just something about this that's bothering me. I just don't love the look of it, but I think for now we're going to leave it, and I'm going to start on this second floor, because it's going to always be moved later, and this might turn, like I said, I still would like to keep this spot in the ground, but I might just turn it into something else and move the portal, because something I've considered too is, once I have like the second floor for villagers, maybe I'll do like the top floor could be where I actually have the portal, like design it as like this whole portal area. I think that could be kind of cool. So for now, we'll just leave it like this. That's whatever. So here's what I'm going to do real fast though. I'm going to get my inventory ready, because I've got a lot of stuff in here right now. So I'm going to get everything ready that I think I'm going to need for beginning to construct this second floor. And then we'll dive in. So I will be back. So in order to start this second floor, the one challenge that I have run into is that I don't have enough dark oak. And there we go. Okay. I wasn't sure how you bone meal though, since you need 4 of them. And wait, actually, let's, I guess, grow a couple of these. I'm glad that I grabbed a lot more bone meal last time, or not bone meal, a lot more saplings last time I was in the dark oak forest, because will this not grow that close? It's got to, right? Yeah, perfect. Ooh, lots of vines. Very festive. I don't know why that's festive, but that was the first word that came to my mind. Yeah, I'm glad I grabbed more saplings last time we were in the dark oak forest, because at that one point I only brought 4 back, and then when one of them despawned, is this a raid? What's happening? Do I engage? Do we engage? I don't know. Chat, what do we do? What do we do, chat? I don't really know what to do with that. They're not engaging with me. And why will this not grow? Does it just take that much sometimes? There we go. My gosh. Oh, the Wandering Trader is invisible. Ooh, and he dropped another lead. Did they go in my house? Where are they at? They must have walked away. So I feel like maybe it's best to leave them alone, right? Like if they're not engaging. But there's part of me that wants to engage. That's the thing. Because I know you can maybe get some good stuff. I don't know though. I don't know if I should or not. But yeah, I keep trying to say that I'm glad I brought more saplings this time. That's everything that I've been trying to say. That's the whole thing right there. And I think, yeah, maybe I'm just gonna not engage with them, because yeah, it might just be best. Let me put this leather away that I picked up from him as well. So I'm gonna need a decent amount of dark oak, because here's the problem. If I look in my wood chest, I have got a ton of slabs, but I don't have any actual blocks. And like I think I'm definitely gonna utilize some of the slabs on the next floor. But why did these keep appearing? Are these coming? Oh, you know what? It's because the Endermen, they keep coming from the Nether and setting these down. But yeah, I think I'm going to need full blocks as well, and not just the slabs, even though I'll use them on the second floor. And did these guys, if they fully disappeared, did they continue on their hope-filled adventure? I think they did. I love this, honestly. I love this area so much. I'm super happy with this. So let's figure out exactly how this is going to go. So I feel like I was saying yesterday, I don't know if do I want the next floor to start immediately, like directly above this, or do I want to go a block above? I think is sort of my question right now, because there's a couple things that I'm thinking. So if we basically just start extending this out, let me think. Yeah, if we just start extending this directly out, that ceiling will be kind of close to all of the chests. Not that it matters, but I'm just thinking about for the looks of it. Is it going to be too close? But then we could go like a block above, but that could also look weird because then we're doubling this block. So let's do this. I'm going to chop down all 3 of these trees, I think. And now that I have this fancy schmancy diamond axe, I can do it a good bit quicker than before. But obviously, I've got crappy enchants on both of my diamond axes, so it's really not all that helpful. But I'm going to chop all 3 of these down. Hopefully, they'll give me a decent amount of saplings. Oh, and also, before I do, so this is sort of what I was talking about in terms of an idea for stuff next to this path that's going to lead to the house. So, because this is, let's see, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I do like the look of this as being like the stuff that's on either side of Charles. What you doing back there, buddy? He's digging at something. Being on both sides of this path leading up to the house. But I've also considered the possibility of maybe even like hand building trees that lead up to the house. Because like I said, in this open section over here, I want to do like I want to build like a huge oak tree by hand. I think that could look really cool. And then do some sort of, maybe like a fountain near it or something, like some sort of courtyard. I think that would look really neat. And I guess it wouldn't technically be a courtyard, but like a little park or something there. So I've been thinking maybe on the sides of this path that's going to end up here, instead of growing these dark oak trees, putting like like multiple handmade trees. But after growing these, I do like the look of these just like 5 to 6 blocks apart. I'm thinking probably more like 5 blocks. 6 looked like it was maybe a little too much. So this was a good experiment to see how I like that. So we'll see. But I do like the look of that, I think. So let me chop all these down, hopefully get some saplings, and then I can kind of start getting an idea of what this second floor needs to look like and where it needs to be placed. And we'll see. I think it's gonna look good. I'll come up with something nice. So we've got a couple options here, and I'm once again trying to decide what just looks. Well, I'm trying to decide what looks best, what's going to be most functional, what's going to work in terms of the stuff that I want to put up there. So we've got the option of doing half slabs like this, where it's just lined right up with the mangrove. And what I kind of like about this is that it almost, I think it goes well with these spots where the lanterns are coming down from, because then it's like it's coming right from the ceiling, which is cool. And it does feel like there's enough space in terms of my head. I mean, that's a full, what? So top of my head would be, because that's 1 block, 2. So top of my head's like right here. So that's a whole block and a half of space above me. So it's not like it's too low. But then we've also got this option where instead of being a block and a half, it would be a full 2 blocks above my head, which is also fine. And here you have the benefit of it's kind of like the lamps are coming from sort of the side part of the wall rather than directly the ceiling. So it's difficult. Like I don't know which one I want in terms of functionality and looks. Now, going up here, if I look at it from the top, so standing up here, this half slab like this, when it's just level with the ceiling down there, almost makes me feel like I'm kind of close to everything down here is the only thing, because we're going to have a hole right here. It makes me feel like I'm kind of close to the portal. Whereas if I go over here and stand on this, I don't know why, it just feels that much taller, and I feel like it looks better from up here. So all that to say, I've still been kind of indecisive about this, but I think that I'm going to go with the full block. Now, some of the things that I've been thinking are, if I went half slab, I know that you of course have got the thing where like you've got this, but what I was thinking is I could easily fix that, just like because this is on the top here, put some sort of design in the corner you wouldn't even be able to tell that you've got that that you've got the smelter here, or that's the smoker right here. So it would be easy to block this, and I could always, I'm even considering doing this down there anyway, making it where like the spots on the floor that don't have dark oak, or that don't have mangrove, maybe doing the same here, putting dark oak here so it aligns. So I don't know, we'll see, but I'm thinking full block is going to be the way to go. Like I said, partially because I think it looks better from up top when you're looking down. I think that this feels just too close to the first floor, I think. When you're looking from up here down there, I feel like it looks too close. So, and if it wasn't for the fact that we're going to put like a viewing hole, I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it, but if it wasn't for that fact, then I think it might be okay. But like I said, I think even from down here, it does potentially look better. Wait, did I miss any here? I think I picked them all up. I think it does potentially look better having just this little bit of extra space, because then you have this lining here of the mangrove. So I think that's what we're going to go with. Also, what I've been noticing is I keep dropping from up here, and then I take like half a heart every time. So I'm going to make some ladders just to make my life a bit easier. And actually, let's turn all this into planks, because I'm going to need a bunch of planks anyways. So ladders real fast. How many does that make? Only 3. How tall? I can't remember how tall this is and how much I'm even going to need. 1, 2, 3. Let's make a couple more, because this is about to get a little bit taller. Another thing is looking at this from the outside. So right now I haven't added the block on the edge yet, because that's going to be the wall. So what I'm deciding is, do I want, like, for the look of the exterior, again, so much is going to change in terms of the way the exterior looks, because it looks like crap right now. But for the look of the exterior, do I want to have a different block here on just this part, like aligned with the floor, to almost divide it from the outside, floor-wise, so you can tell where the floor change is from the outside? Or do we want to just keep doing dark oak all the way up? I'm not really sure about that. That's another thing that I feel like I'm going to have to decide. So again, lots of decisions, and we're going to make it happen. But I'm liking this. It's feeling a bit more cozy with an actual, like, somewhat roof on it now, and then you got like the lights of the lanterns and stuff. So I think this is going to look good, and I can't even place that down there, so that doesn't matter. Do you climb ladders faster than you used to? That's a weird change. Feels like I haven't climbed a ladder in all of this Let's Play so far, I think. Oh yeah, also, look at all the saplings I got. Got more than I had before. So that's super nice. So I think for the time being, what we'll do is we'll probably just go all the way out with the dark oak. And if I end up deciding to do something different along here, then that's fine. Again, this is going to be the wall right here anyway, so it's not like you're going to see it from this floor, but this block here would just be sort of for an exterior effect. Like, what do we want that to look like? So that we'll eventually have to figure out. This, so let me actually check and see. Well, I took a heart anyway. That was dumb. So that means this floor right now is 1, 2, 3. What does that make it? That's like 3.5 blocks. Or wait, no, 1, 2. Crap. 1, 2, 3. So it's 4 blocks tall. Because 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. What's throwing me off is since I've got like half slab on half slab. So that's 4 blocks tall. So I guess we're going to want to do same thing with the next floor, right? And ultimately, this ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But, yeah, see, the half slab floor is what's throwing me off in terms of how much, because you got the half slab floor, but then 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess maybe we'll really, for now, I guess if we just go 4, like that should get me to where I need to be. I can always add to it, doesn't matter, but let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll I guess it doesn't really matter how tall the walls are right now, because of the fact that I'll probably end up making adjustments, because this floor doesn't have to be the same height as the first floor, I guess, really, when it comes down to it. And it may have to be a different height. Once I kind of get some stuff going in here, I might be like, I don't really like having it the same height as the first floor. It might end up looking too boxy, or it might even just be as I build stuff in here, I go, there's not space for the stuff I want here. Even though pretty much everything on this floor is just going to end up being, everything on this floor is just going to end up being villagers, I think. That's kind of my plan for now. And this is also what we have to decide. How far out do we want the floor to go for this hole to look down through? I'm wondering if the hole should be the size of this, or if that's going to end up being too big. That's a whole other decision that I guess, it's a whole other decision, get it? That's a whole other decision that's going to have to be made. Because if we went all the way out, so it would be this block here that we would go out to. And then, yeah, I mean, I guess that could work, doing that. Because I think what's kind of going through my head right now is if we make it all the way out to there, then is it going to be too hard to even see down? Like if it's only this, because I don't want to only be able to see the portal area from the second floor. I want to be able to see a lot of the first floor from the second floor, because again, I'm envisioning it very similar to like one of those super fancy hotels where you can see down below. You know, this has got to be a safety hazard. That does not meet fire code, blocking the exhaust on the smoker. But luckily there's no firemen in this world, or safety inspectors, so we should be fine. But yeah, so I think that if we go all the way out to there, I'm wondering if it's going to make it where we can't see enough of the bottom floor, and it's going to look like the hole is too small. So we might end up not like, rather than going, hang on, let me extend this so I can walk over there and show you what I'm thinking. Rather than making it where it goes farther out this way, I might end up making it where it only goes out to here instead of here, possibly. So I guess let's test it. Let's get all these blocks down, because then we can kind of test the way this is going to look. And let's get these corners as well. So I decided for the time being, I think I said 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I already stripped those. So let's strip these as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. And actually, now that I think about it, because we are definitely going to have to go at least one more up eventually. I don't think I'm concerned about it right now, because that would mean if the roof was right here, that would mean this floor is only 3 tall. I didn't think about the fact that we're doing a full block here to begin this section. So while I'm building some of this, let's talk about kind of some of the stuff that we've got upcoming in terms of what needs to be built. So this floor is, of course, going to turn into sort of like the villager trading hub. Initially, if you've been watching all the way through, like from day one, my plan was to make this building the villager trading hub, but the first floor was going to be that. And I was considering making this first floor massive. Like it wasn't necessarily going to be multi-storied. I think I always had the plan to make it multi-storied, but I wasn't necessarily planning on making it where this floor was so small. I think I was originally going to make that floor bigger. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. I was going to make the floor bigger because then I was going to have like all of my chests plus all of the villagers down there. And then it ended up, once I started getting chests down there, I was like, all right, we're going to need a lot more space chest-wise. And you know what? While I'm doing this, I don't need this shield on. I feel like it just gets in the way. So I'm going to take it off because we're totally safe here with all the lighting. But that reminds me, I do need to be making sure that I'm lighting, like throwing torches down on this floor as I'm building it so nothing spawns up here. I think when I'm up here, nothing will anyway because it won't spawn that close to me, but still, for when I'm not up here. But then, yeah, eventually I just decided, all right, we need a lot more chest space than I was initially anticipating. So decided to turn all this into chests. So now this second floor is going to be villager trading area. And sort of what I'm thinking in terms of how the villagers are going to be set up here is I think that along the edge, wherever that ends up being, and now that I'm looking at this, I think that this edge is going to have to go all the way out to this because of the fact that just having a 2 wide section, or like if I put the edge here, like a fence would need to be here, and then we'd have a 1 wide section, and that's just not really going to be functional. So I think we are just going to make it the size of this square. But I'm thinking that along this edge where the hole is going to be looking down, we'll do some sort of, whether it's a fence or a wall, I don't know what it'll be yet, because a fence will keep the villagers from jumping over. But just in terms of aesthetically, I don't think putting a fence there is going to look great. So I'm wondering if maybe I could do some sort of wall, like if I did a cobblestone wall, but I think the player can jump over that. So does that mean that villagers also can? I think I might have to experiment with that or just Google it, I guess. So once like once this is built out and we've got the edge here, some sort of wall will go all along where the hole will be, and then everything else will be where villagers are. And I've got to figure out how I'm actually going to access this floor. I've been considering maybe doing something where it's, oh crap, I shouldn't have done that because I'm actually going to need those for that corner. I'm considering maybe doing something where all the villagers just have free reign up here, but that means that I'm going to need to find a specific access point for me where they can't leave. So I can't just have like a door because they can open up the door. And I couldn't have, I mean, I guess I could potentially have a trapdoor because I don't know if they can open trapdoors. Ooh, but you know what? I could though do a door that has like an iron door because they might only be able to open stuff with like wooden pressure plates. I guess I'm gonna have to test that too. So anyway, those are just kind of some of the thoughts going through my head about how we're gonna approach having all the villagers up here. And once again, it'll probably be some trial and error, just figuring out, all right, what works in terms of spacing and in terms of functionality for the villagers and stuff. And I also don't know, since each of them are going to have their own professions, I don't know if I need to have them separated much. I don't think I do. I think like I could throw something down and just one of them would link to that workstation. But I could be wrong about that, because when I tried some of this stuff in Another World a couple of years ago, I had them all separated. So I was looking at it from that side of functionality. Yeah, and I think that this size hole, I think, looks good, right? So this is aligned here, and should be aligned all the way around. And from up here, you can see a decent amount of stuff down there. Like, obviously, like when you're standing here, you can't see much here, but that's the point. Like, that's just perspective. So, but you can see a lot over there. So I think that's going to look good like that. I think that'll work. And let's fill in this edge too, because then we've got at least the basic part of the wall going. At least just one level. And again, this is what I've got to figure out. What's going to keep us from falling down in there? And really, more so, what's going to keep villagers from jumping down in there? Because if they jump down in there, then you run the risk of them running away. And this is a hostage situation going on here. So I got to make sure that I don't lose them. So we got to figure that out. Also, I now have a ton of slabs available, like I showed you earlier, and I was thinking they might be useful up here, but that was when I was considering making this floor out of slabs instead of doing full blocks. And so now I have a whole bunch of slabs. I don't even know what I'm going to do with them. And I know I could be building like some of these full blocks with half slabs, but I would prefer not to do that. I think I would rather just use full blocks. Okay, so that should be walls all the way around. I'm going to need to chop more trees down so I have actual more regular dark oak to add here. But that kind of completes at least part of this second floor. So give me a couple of minutes here. For you, it's going to be 0.2 seconds, and I'm going to come up with some ideas about walls here, and also about how we're going to access this floor, I guess, because we got to figure that out too. So I will be back shortly. I hear, oh my goodness, I hear, dang it, I keep doing this, I'm just not paying attention sometimes, and I just keep working and building and stuff, and then all of a sudden, you've got a phantom. Oh, and there's also those guys. Crap. Do I have, oh my goodness, I am in dire straits right now. I'm just gonna run. Oh, and I only, oh, this is not good. This is very bad. Do I have time to drink this? I do have time to drink. Okay. Do I have my bed on me? I do have my bed on me. All right. Let me see. Can I just go? Please, 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 please. Maybe I wasn't hearing, I totally was hearing a phantom, right? Yeah, I hear him. Okay, you die. I'm going to take your stuff, because I was just talking about this yesterday. I wanted, like, the stuff that he drops. I don't even remember what it is. But these guys are back. I feel like they like, scoped out my place earlier, and then now they've come back to finish the job. So maybe it's time to kill them. Did it not drop the stuff? Where's the stuff? I thought it dropped things. Does it not? Maybe you have to kill it with your hands? Or maybe it doesn't always drop stuff. I don't know. Because I didn't see anything fall. I don't even think I saw experience fall. All right, but let's do some battle with these pillagers, I guess. See what happens. Also, you saw that I have some various walls up top that oh, you know what? I should put my shield back on though. Up there that I'm experimenting with. So I'll show you all that in a second. Did they go into my base? Yeah, keep on shooting, pal. Gotcha. Okay, that guy's dead. Where are the other ones? They're not in here. Let me see if I can get a view from up top. Where did they even go? Oh, never mind. That's cow udders. I'm not sure why I thought that was a pillager. Where did they go to though? Because I'd rather just kill them than them keep like leaving and coming back, I guess. If that's even what's happening. Maybe that's not what's happening. I don't know. Maybe it might be a whole new group. Could possibly be a whole new group they came to visit, but that seems kind of unlikely. And it's weird that just that one guy was there all of a sudden. Yeah, I guess they disappeared. All right. Oh, you know, also, now that I have this looting sword, it'll be a lot easier to kill Endermen and get pearls. So that's super nice. So, oh, and I got his crossbow. That's kind of cool. Let me, I'm going to go kill a cow. I don't know how much damage these do. I think you can enchant these, though. So I don't think that they do a lot. Yeah, probably not. Probably not much. Okay, but anyway, so let me show you these walls that I'm kind of trying to decide on right now. Because I was looking, I kind of just typed in walls in the crafting bench and was trying to decide which one I like best. And also, I realized you can't, as the player, jump over these. For some reason, I was thinking that you could. And I think earlier I said you could, but apparently that's not the case. So, the three that I did here is this is just the regular stone brick wall. This is the cobbled deep slate wall, and this is the blackstone wall. Now, the blackstone wall, I've already totally decided I don't like that. I think it's too dark, and I don't think that that's going to look good against the dark oak. The cobbled deep slate, I like a little better because I kind of like the texture, but again, I feel like the cobbled deep slate, it's a little bit dark, and it also more so makes me think of something outdoors. This I do like. Again, though, this feels more outdoorsy than inside, so I might end up doing that. But another option that I was looking at is, so as I was kind of going through here, these are the three that I've made, of course. I don't think cobblestone's going to look good. I really don't think most of these are going to look good. Brick could possibly look good, because that can look good inside. But then I was looking and thinking maybe I could do like the polished deep slate or even the polished tough. Because I feel like polished could look kind of nice, but again, they're kind of dark is the only thing. Let's try it though. I don't know how to polish things though. So hang on, I'm going to go Google that, and then I'll polish a couple things. I don't think I have a lot of tough right now though. I do have enough to do like the polished, I think it was a polished deep slate was the other one. So I do have enough to do that, but I think you need a stone cutter. Is that what you need, is a stone cutter? Let's see. I probably should make a stone cutter anyway. So even if that's not what that does. So you need stone and an iron ingot. All right, so let me experiment with this, see if this is actually what I need, and I will be back. I made a stone cutter, and this is indeed what it does, is it cuts stones. Can you even, like... But it does do what I needed it to do, and it polishes stuff. And listen to that noise. That's such a weird noise. I don't like that sound effect. But I want to try quickly and see what this is going to look like. Again, I feel like the polished deep slate is still going to look too dark. I don't mind that too much. No matter what, I was kind of looking at some, just looking online at some like fence designs. And no matter what, I'm not going to just leave this just like a regular wall, I think. I'm going to add some stuff to it, possibly. And I don't even necessarily need the corners. But what I was thinking for corners, I might end up doing like blocks and then putting like a half slab on top so that nothing can jump over. Because the villagers, then, they could just jump on here and boom. But the thing is, I was reading too, I don't know if they can actually drop down in there. Their pathing might not allow them to drop in a hole like that. So, I don't know. Also, the pillagers haven't come back, which is weird. So, we've got this. versus that. And I don't know. I mean, this doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. My other option is polished tough. But again, I don't think I really have any tough. I think I've been throwing it out when I'm down. Well, okay, there's a little bit. So let's try this. Let's see what polished tough would look like. This won't be enough to make everything that I need. Wait, you can probably just, oh yeah, you can just do it all at once. Okay. That would be way smarter than just going one by one. Oh, crap, that's chiseled. Dang it. Oh, I forgot you got to crap, can I switch it? I can't. Dang it, so now I would have to go down. Well, I just learned something the hard way that I didn't know about, that you have to select it over here. I didn't think about that, so I'll probably never make that mistake again. But still, I'm curious what this looks like. What is chiseled tough? I like the look of that. That's a cool look. I wonder if I could incorporate that at all into this up here. Like if it was on the corners. Like I don't mind that. Like that looks kind of nice. But again, I just don't know what I want these walls to be. I think that the stone brick definitely fits better with that than anything. But I overall, I don't think that I'll probably end up using this up here. But again, so let me show you. Wait, I got a crafting bench up here. So just looking at the icon for the polished tough wall, that looks a lot like it's lighter than a lot of the other stuff. But again, I think the stone brick wall that I have might end up being my best option, just because of the fact that I don't know. I feel like this might. These are both too dark together, I feel like. But what I could do is maybe change this block underneath it. That could possibly help with the look, because if it was something a little brighter, maybe it wouldn't look as bad. So I'm still experimenting here. We're just going to keep going until this looks like, until my brain just goes, yes, that's what I'm looking for. So hang on, I'm going to try some other stuff. I had an idea for this that we're going to try. I'm going to try using like upside down stairs, but also something that I remembered. I don't think I ever talked about this. I ended up switching this. So like beginning of the episode, I had, when I was working on this, I was doing the mangrove stairs here, but then I realized that was part of what was looking weird. And so instead I decided to switch this second row of stairs to quartz, because I felt like that was why it was looking a bit weird to me. Was you kind of went mangrove stairs, another set of mangrove stairs, but then the mangrove was down here, and then the walls were still quartz. So I felt like this makes it look a little more consistent. I may have already talked about that, but I feel like I didn't. So if I didn't, there you go. And if I did, well, you just heard it for a second time. So what I'm thinking is, what if we did something like this? The only problem is I need to decide, do I want it all the way out to here, or do I want to break one block in like I did there? So that's why I'm gonna test both ways and see what it looks like. Because again, I'm thinking that this could break up the color a little bit. And I'm definitely going to need more mangrove than that. So, and I'm also curious, what is this going to look like from down below? And I think I do like that. See, this being, I think I do want it to go in one, so that it's basically aligned with this. I think that having it one over, I don't think is really necessary. And if I keep doing this as we go up to higher floors, I'm not going to want to go like one back every time, because eventually we'd be at the wall. So that's just not going to look good. So let's put the dark oak back here, and then we'll end up moving the wall out, like this wall up here, out by one. I think will end up being the plan. And I think, like I said, potentially doing it like this with the stairs on the sides could solve my problem with not wanting to use like a block that's too dark, because it might break it up a little bit. And I was considering doing quartz here, but I think that because this is mangrove down here, I think it's going to be best just keeping it consistent and doing mangrove up here along these edges as well. I didn't know that you could crouch on the front part of the stairs like that, actually. I did not realize that. All right, so let me make some more of these. I'm going to plop these down, see what it looks like, and I will once again be back. So I have tried so many different things. I don't know. I'm just not finding, again, something that I really, really like. I feel like this is my day of just being like, okay, this is why I've always struggled with building in this game, I guess. So I'm trying a few different things here. So I ended up deciding to try out regular fences. So I've of course got like this. This is the polished cobble deep slate. I seriously think that is going to be a huge no. I also decided to try the dark oak as well. The only thing is the dark oak looks really dark, I feel like, especially looking at it from down here. I decided maybe to also try mangrove. The only thing is that kind of, I don't know, I don't like that it's mangrove and then more mangrove. We've, of course, got the stone wall. I'm thinking at this point, the different walls probably aren't going to work well. They just feel very outdoor related to me. But then I was also thinking about something like that. Like if I made something myself where it wasn't necessarily like a wall of any kind. But the problem with this is, see, you can't see over it unless you jump. You can see from here. Like you could look at it this way. But I don't know that I like the idea of not being able to just like walk next to it and see over the railing. Because then it's not really like a railing. It's more of, I don't know. It just kind of looks weird to me. So I feel like, because see, if I put it one down, obviously you could just jump over it anyway. So I feel like what I may end up having, and see, this is the thing too. I feel like the walls against, like it almost looks like it's not touching it, if you know what I mean. Like it looks like it's floating on it for some reason. So it just looks strange. So that's why I decided to try the fence. And the fence works a little better. But again, I just feel like this dark oak, the fencing just, again, feels like more of an outdoorsy type of thing to me. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm sort of at a loss for what I want this to look like. But one of the things I was thinking too is we're going to eventually need these windows here. So I should have cut the holes for the windows to begin with. Like this is where the windows are going to stay. I want it to be aligned with down below. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should be 5 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. And I'm just doing this because it gives me a chance to stop thinking about the walls for a second. And then maybe inspiration will hit me. And I'll be like, oh yeah, perfect. This is what it needs to look like. Because right now, I don't know. I'm having a really hard time. Let me go get the glass real fast. Oh yeah, also, since I built that tree and chopped it down, I have this. So I can go ahead and put these this corner piece on. So 1, 2, and then from here we need 3, 4. Okay, and let me strip that real fast. Boom, boom, boom. Sweet. Okay, so let's go get this glass real fast. I think, I ended up doing, regular panes on it yesterday. Designing all this down here was a lot easier than the stuff that I'm trying to do today. I feel like I'm struggling so much. See, that looks really weird, I feel like. Like, even just from down here. I think that looks really strange. Let's see. What was I coming down for? I was coming down for, oh yeah, glass. That's what I came down for. Don't worry. I'm remembering things little by little. Okay, so I'm gonna need them for both sides, and isn't it? Yeah, that's how you make the panes. Boom. All right, I've got a lot of glass right now, way more than I will probably need in the near future. But I'd rather just have lots of extra stuff. What was that thing? Oh yeah, because I've got the white stained and the tinted in case I ever need that. Ooh, you know what could? Glass makes me think maybe I could do some sort of design with glass here instead. That could be kind of cool. That gives me a whole other range of ideas, actually. But at the same time, further complicates things. Now I have more to think about. So 1, 2, 3. So I was doing the windows 3 tall. So let's make sure. So 1, 2... See, I hate the way that these, like I was saying yesterday, it's so hard to place these because it's like a pinpoint placement, and if you place it wrong, then you end up with that. I forgot that you can't do that. Because then, yeah, if you place it wrong, then you got to break it, and then you've wasted. It's so very wasteful. So 3, and then we're going to do the same thing here, and we got to do the same thing on the other side. Because like I said, I think it just makes sense to have the windows in the same place. But I think up here, we've got the freedom. We've got the freedom to like put windows on all sides. So what I could even do is we've got a window there. And ooh, you know what though? Since this is the second floor, let's put the glass down on this side and see what it looks like from the outside. Because since this is the second floor, maybe I could totally do the windows differently, considering the fact that I'm not going to have like chests covering all the walls up here, like I do down below. Because that's the main reason I did the windows here down below, is because of the fact that chests are just like filling the place up. Okay, that needs to go 1 higher, 1, 2. That zombie pigman, by the way, is driving me nuts because I just constantly hear him talking down there. Okay, and then just to give an idea of what this is going to look like, again, from the outside complete, let's fill this in. And I hadn't even thought about earlier when I was trying to figure out what size I was going to want the windows to be, or what size I was going to need the walls to be. I forgot. I could just put the window in, and then it would help me know. Let's also do the same thing on this side, because I can kind of look at it from both sides real fast and see what it's going to look like. And man, I'm just flying through Dark Oak, so I'm gonna need to build some more, or grow some more soon. All right, and then the only reason I'm doing it like this is so that it gives me a little better idea from the outside, so it's not just like a straight thing. Okay, that doesn't give me a great view because of the hill. I wanted to really see what it looks like with the windows stacked on top of each other, I guess, with the bottom and the top. And even though it's taken a while, but the look of the house is coming together, I feel like. Or the look of the second floor is coming together. Yeah, so I don't think that looks bad, because I think if I changed the look of the windows on the second floor, that potentially might look even weirder. If it's like windows on the bottom like this and then totally different on the top. But again, the exterior is going to be covered by a lot of stuff, because I'm thinking about like expanding this out. Possibly. So the exterior might look totally different when it's all said and done. So let's try this idea with glass as some sort of barrier here. I think that could potentially work instead of all this other nonsense that I've been trying. Because if I do something like this, I mean, you can jump, can't you? Yeah, you can jump right over that. But what we could do is we could do like half slabs on top. So I've made all these different types of barriers, and I may not even end up using them. But you know what? They'll be used one day, and I've got access to them to use one day if I decide to. And can I reach? No, I'm not going to be able to reach that from up here. I need more gloss. So if I do glass, and then we could do potentially half slabs on top of this, I guess. Or we could do just glass like too tall, I guess, because I have seen that actually may fit with the whole idea of like a fancy look anyway, even though this whole thing doesn't really look fancy. So I don't want it to look too fancy, because then it doesn't really fit with the overall scheme. But having glass would work for what I was saying earlier with like the fancy hotel look, because I have seen fancy hotels that basically use glass as their wait, I should place, hang on, I'm going to place these down real fast, that use glass as their railings. So could potentially work really, really well. So let's see. And then, yeah, I probably should have dumped some of this stuff. Oh, wait, I can free an inventory space just like that. Boom. Sweet. All right, so let's make more panes. To begin with, I probably only need 16, I guess. So let's give this a shot. The other thing that I was thinking is maybe there's the potential of doing a half slab on the bottom and then glass, but the problem is then it's going to be floating. And see, the thing is, this, I really like the way that that looks, but the problem is, again, like, it doesn't matter for me, but for the villagers' sake, the problem is I don't want them jumping over. And I guess, I mean, you've always got the option of putting the villagers somewhere else completely, but I mean, I keep doing that. I keep deciding like, well, I don't really like the look of this. Let's just put it somewhere else. So I've got to eventually just be like, you know what? We're just gonna have to figure out how to make it look good and functional, I guess. So then, what if we did like, should it be quartz slabs on top? That doesn't look too bad, I guess. I mean, because you can see through, but again, the problem is just you can't see standing up against it, and I like the idea of being able to see standing up against it. Oh, but you know what we could do? Maybe we could do this. We could do this double, like make it too tall. I guess could possibly work. That actually could look good. Let's try that. Let's try that real fast. So let me make. I'm just gonna. Wait, how many is this gonna make? That's gonna be way too many. So let's just do. Let's do 48. That should be enough. So if I do this, like a second layer, and continue to place this glass with pinpoint accuracy, no misplacements because I don't have Silk Touch. That's something I should get eventually for projects like this, is Silk Touch. And I'm gonna go down and kill that zombie pigman shortly because it's driving me nuts. You know, something else that I need to do is I need to tame a horse soon. I've got a saddle. I may actually have a couple, or no, I think I only have one saddle. But I need to tame a horse. That way I have a noble steed to ride around with, because it takes me forever to get around right now. Not like in my local environment. Crap. Not in my local environment, but whenever I go out adventuring, it'd be nice to have a noble steed by my side. Or I guess not by my side, but under me. Okay, so that's not bad. I don't mind that, but then I think that then adding like half slabs here. Why can't I place that? What? Hang on. Let me put a block down so I can reach a little better. So yeah, I think putting half slabs down is gonna look good because it's sort of, then it's not just like, I don't know. I think it looks weird without the half slabs. But what I'm thinking is, how, now that I'm doing it this way, do we potentially want to do it as tall as the exterior windows? Like, should I do it 3 tall? Because wait, so let me go down and look at these exterior windows down here. So right now, the way that this is set up is you've got the window in the full block before you hit the ceiling. So what we could do, the only thing is I guess part of what this makes me think of is I don't want this to look like a hospital either, because I feel like sometimes hospitals have stuff like this. I don't know why I feel that way, but I just do. So do we want to do it this tall, or do we want to do it 3 tall is now my question, I guess. Let me try putting the slabs down just like this with it 2 tall, and I was smart and brought more quartz. So let's try it like this 2 tall, and oh wait, I'm gonna definitely need more than that. And then we can, if I don't like it, maybe I can try 3 tall. So I will be back. I decided to try this as well, doing mangrove half slabs, and I don't think that I like that. So I'm also gonna tear this down. So I think we are gonna do probably just, I think I'm just going to do 2 blocks tall, because I think doing 3 is going to just, I think it's going to be too much. Oh, but you know what? Now that I think about it, what if it was just glass, like all the way up, like, because it's going to be like all the way up to the next floor. That could potentially look good, but what I was thinking is, instead of doing this in the corners, I could do quartz. Yeah, I think I like that. So if we did quartz in all 4 corners, And again, I'm wasting glass, but it's okay. I've got a decent amount of glass, so it's fine. And there's sand everywhere too. We live in an infinite world. So yeah, so I think that looks pretty decent. And I don't think that, like, what if I did use mangrove? Like, would that look weird? Whoa. Okay. If I'd put that there, yeah, I don't like that. I think that the mangrove, it looks a little too, like, homely instead of, like, nice, I guess. Okay, so I think that looks good. But then, like I said, maybe what we could do is make it where... So the next floor, maybe I should already be thinking about the next floor. So if we did it, like, 3 tall like this, and then it basically just touched the next floor... let's see how that would look, because then what would happen is you'd have glass all along here, and again, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and then the next floor would be what? Like, I guess the next floor would start up here, if I'm correct about that in my assumption. I believe that that's the case. So let's do this. Let's build out along here, because again, I do want to have various floors to this, because I want to have multiple things in this building. So then if this was here, then that would mean, and we do like the same design again on the next floor, I guess. Wait, that doesn't look right. I think that's too low, isn't it? Because hang on, I think that is too low. So let's go look at this again, because what we've got here is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and isn't the way that I put that. Oh yeah, I killed the pigman down here, by the way. Yeah, that's only 1, 2, 3. Okay, so yeah, I need to be higher than that. It's got to be one higher than that. Because you got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's only. What am I thinking? What the heck am I thinking? Oh yeah, because that's why it looks different down there. Probably what I'll end up doing is maybe doing mangrove along this edge too, like fences or something. So then this is how tall, or not fences, I'm sorry, like stairs, so that it sort of matches down everything on the first floor. So if we did this, that's how tall it would be. And then right here is where the mangrove stairs would start again. I'm going to need to make more mangrove stairs if I'm going to make this happen. Actually and also. So this needs to go like that. And like this. Okay. So then this would go all the way up to there, I guess. Yeah, I think that could look good. Okay, so let me place some of this down real fast. Let me, wait, actually, hang on. Let me make more mangrove stairs. I need a lot more. I need to, like, move stuff out of my inventory. I should just go and wipe my inventory into the chest real fast. But hang on, let's do this. Let me at least get a couple of these placed down just to get a look at it. And actually, now that I think about it, I can't really do this from the outside, can I? Let me get the roof maybe going from the other side too, just because then we have it beginning to connect. So it would go right here. I didn't even think I was going to start working on the 3rd or the 4th floor today. That was not in the plans or in the budget. But here we are working on the 3rd floor. Did I say 4th floor? I don't know what I said, but I didn't think I was going to be working on this floor yet. Okay, so then that would mean that this has got to go here, and then we would, crap, and then this, can I place it right on? No, okay, why is that not working? Hang on, let me place from this side then, because then, there we go. Nope. Okay, I need to basically, I think this is my problem. I need to basically drop, there we go, and then let's place from here. That should work better, right? Yeah, look at that. Much easier placement. I'm still not going to have enough mangrove, but at least this will be a start to kind of get this connected so that I can view it. Cool. So then that would be like that. I think the only problem then is going to be how how the glass panes are going to connect, because won't that look weird, or will they connect to this side? I guess let's see. Let me make some. I'll start placing them, and I will be back shortly. So I have learned that it does actually connect. So the glass panes meet right at the edge. You can't tell as much on this side. It almost looks like it doesn't, but when I go to the other side of the glass, you'll see that it fits right on the edge of that part of the stairs. And what I was concerned about was that it was going to look like there was a huge gap, and it doesn't really. Seems like it connects just right. And I only have these here because it's easier to stand out here. Wait, but I am going to need to build this up so I can get this corner. So, because of the fact that it connects like that, I think... See, it's weird, though. From here, it looks like it doesn't. Well, I guess maybe it like, half connects. Because it's almost like this is 2 pixels wide, and it connects with that side of the pixels, but I don't think that really matters. I think it's fine. Like, I think it'll still look okay. Once I get all of these stairs put up, though, I want to go down to the first floor and see what this will look like if we look up at it. Because that's kind of important to me. Like, what is it going to look like from all different angles and from different parts of the house? Because if it's going to look bad in certain parts of the house, then it's not necessarily that it's a bad idea, but more so that it's a bad idea. No, I'm just kidding. And more so, it's just, like, what do we do to combat that? You know, the only thing is, this corner looks weird with a full block. So I wonder if we should actually do like a quartz block in the corner instead of a stair. I'm going to have a heart-to-heart discussion with myself about that. So hang on. We'll try that in just a second here. Man, it's crazy. Crap. I need to drink a potion. That was not good. The amount of building this, I've fallen so many times today that my health just keeps getting lower and lower. Okay, let me pick all these up. With how soft quartz is, what I was going to say is you just break it so quick with this crazy machine gun pick. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. But again, yeah, that block definitely I think is going to need to switch to quartz instead of stairs in that corner. But then what would it look like if we did the same thing? Like, what if this became quartz? What if it actually just came all the way down? Like, it was like the pillar that's holding up the house. Like, is that going to look weird? Like it's too much quartz? I guess potentially we could do chiseled quartz. Can I chisel with just this? So we've got quartz bricks, chiseled quartz, pillar quartz. That's another thing. I've got to have a heart-to-heart discussion with myself about which one's going to look best. Let's try a pillar quartz here and see, like, what would this look like if I put this down right here. I mean, I know I only have a 1 in my hand, but so that would be what pillar would look like. And then if I switch over to, let's try just the bricks. I hate that sound effect. I think that's a terrible sound for that. So that's the bricks. I feel like without having like a full pillar, I don't really know. And then this is the chiseled. So let's look at each of these together. I'm going to have to try each corner with, like, I'm going to need to do, like pillar here, chisel here, brick. Okay, I will be back. Another very, very tough decision here, my friends. And why do I hear a skeleton? There's no way he's down beneath again, is he? Unless, oh, I did leave those tunnels down there, didn't I? But I thought I lit them. Oh, maybe, what is that over there? No, wait, are they spawning up top? They better not be spawning up top. I totally thought I lit all this enough. I don't know. I don't know where that... Okay, whatever. So this is another very, very tough decision. Looking at these three. So I think what I've already decided though is I don't think I like the pillar quartz. At least for this. I think it looks kind of crappy for this. So pillar quartz I think is out. So we can say goodbye to that. So it's basically between these two. It's between the bricks and the chiseled. And to be honest, part of me's leaning towards this. Like, I do really like the look of that, but I feel like this looks a little fancier, and I just wonder if that overall is going to look better. But I think that what could possibly help here too is what if so hang on, let me break this beneath here. So let's throw this there. And then what if, so if I'm not seeing the top, because I think the top is partially what's throwing me off, the fact that it's not continuing all the way up. So if I'm not seeing the top, and I'm just seeing this, I think I prefer that, honestly. I think I'm going to go with that, at least for this project here. So that's going all the way to the bottom, and then this, I'm going to want this to continue up through, I think. I think we're just going to, and this will basically be like supports for the house. Because every house needs supports, right? Like, there's no way that you're going to have a house without support beams. So let's break this then, and then this can all go because of the fact that it's going to go way up. Can I reach that one? I can. Because this is just, I'm just going to have this all the way up then. Oh, and actually the ones on the bottom here need break too. So let's break that. And then I can just turn a whole bunch of this into the bricks. I like that the stone cutter, like I had never really used the stone cutter before. And I like that it just, like, it's just like block for block. It's not like you need extras or whatever. It's just like, okay, you've got one quartz block, you've got one quartz brick or whatever. So this stuff can go in here. I'm gonna need a good bit more of this. So chiseled. So I got the chiseled and the pillar. One day I'll probably use those for something. So I'm not really worried about it. It's not a waste. I've got a ton of quartz right now. So I decided on bricks. So let's turn all that into bricks. I probably don't need, wow, that's annoying. Probably don't need all these bricks. So that might be good for now. Okay, so let's get these started. Start building these up. And I got to go up there and pick up those other ones. I don't want those to despawn either. But I got to go up there anyway to continue placing these. So I think this is going to look good like this. The progress is being made, and I'm liking the progress, I think. And I'm going to take this down. I put this up just so that I can get everything up there. So this needs to come down. Let's go with, oh, I didn't break this. This then needs to go to quartz bricks. I may have made just enough, or maybe not just enough quartz bricks, but I may have actually made enough for once. Instead of needing to go and cut more. Let me pick these up. So this goes here. And then I need this to go away. And then it would continue up. So however many floors we go, basically, I guess it'll continue. But for now, I guess I'll just stop here, because I don't know how many floors I'm going to go. And I do, especially up here, I really like that. Doing the quartz bricks instead of, it's definitely, I like it more than just the regular quartz block. And I definitely, I think as well, like it more than like the chiseled or the pillar quartz. So get rid of this one as well. Oh, wait, what did I do on this corner? Okay, so I've got stairs there. So I guess for the time being, I should put stairs in this corner as well. Just so that it's consistent. Because like I said, I don't know how many floors we're going to go. So might as well just, whoop. That didn't work. Wait, how do you actually place this then? That doesn't work. So how do I place it from this? Because if I place it here, isn't that also going to make it? Oh, no. Okay, that worked. Okay, there we go. All right, so then let's also plop that down. Cool. So then, yeah, it does look weird here considering that the quartz isn't going all the way up. But since I don't know about the next floor, you know what? let's just put it there, because I think it's just overall going to look better if it's like that. Even if we don't do another floor, I think it's best that the chisel or the brick quartz goes all the way up. And that is what it's called, right? Oh, quartz bricks. So it's just, I'm saying it backwards. So it should go here as well. And then one more. And then we'll step back and take a look at this and see how it all flows together. So yeah, those, oh wait, but that's right. Didn't I say for these corners though, the thing that was throwing me off? Oh no, that does fix, I think. Yeah, I think that does fix the corner issue. Because that is what I was saying earlier, is having stairs at those corners makes it look weird because of the way that it met the block below. So that actually, I needed those to go all the way to the top anyway. Cool, so that, all right, let's go look at it from down below too, I guess. And see what that's going to look like. So, yeah, I think I like this. The glass, like, having the glass all the way up is still what maybe is throwing me off a little bit. I don't totally know how I feel about it. Like, maybe I'll end up having to do just glass, like, too tall or something instead of all the way up. Because I think that's the only thing that's kind of throwing me off here. So I'm not totally sure. But I think we're going to wrap for today. I've been going for a long time. I've been recording for close to 2.5 hours. So I'm going to wrap up the video for today. And I think that was some good progress. And tomorrow we'll probably continue working on this second floor, unless I end up deciding to get distracted with something else and go and doing something else for a while. But as long as I've got most of this floor going, like even just this, having the walls ready, like where it's at least 2 blocks tall, even that makes it where pretty soon I can go and get the villagers and feel like I at least have a place to put them, where it's not going to be as big of a deal because they're not going to be able to go anywhere. They won't be able to escape or anything. And I'm not just going to be like setting them in some temporary place that's going to have to change. Because even though like this isn't temporary, they'd be here. Stuff is going to have to change here because it's not done yet. But at least it wouldn't be temporary and I'd end up having to move them again. I think the only thing that will get probably kind of tricky is the fact that since this is up on the second floor, I'm going to have to go through a little bit of pain to actually get them up here, which could potentially be a little annoying, but it's going to be annoying probably getting them over here in the first place. So, boom, yeah, so they really could be in here. Wait, actually, hang on, missing one right here. Boom. Now they could potentially be in here and it would be fine and they wouldn't be able to get out. So, cool. Yeah, so some of this might be tentative. I might need to change this a little bit because the glass, I don't know what it is with the glass that's just not amazing to me. Because like I said, I would love if it was just one tall. I would love to have it just one tall because of the fact that it would just look better, but then the villagers could jump over. So I don't know. That's going to wrap it for today. So thanks so much for checking out this episode. If you enjoyed it, I would highly appreciate it if you would leave a like, maybe a comment, and also hit subscribe. So thanks so much for watching today's episode, and I will talk to you tomorrow.